Hello and welcome to our last but not least Tech Talk here from Automechanika Frankfurt, and we have a very special guest to close this series. We have our host, Olaf Mußhoff from Messe Frankfurt. Thank you very much. You're the most busy man, I guess, in the whole trade fair. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Christian. It's I doubt I'm the most busy man, but I am busy indeed.
But I have seen you also on Sunday. You can't walk like 10 meters and people are dragging you. I need this, I need that. I have a question.
And honestly, this is what it's all about. I mean, being on the fair, meeting the industry, meeting people you know, and meeting people you do not know, even better. That's what a trade show is about. Getting connected, meeting people, talking, exchanging information. And for me, I agree, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to be in time, or well, on time, just skipped on time, just to be in time on my appointments, because I meet so many people, but that's what I really like.
Definitely. And how does it feel to finally be back to normal, to have like the first proper, full-fledged Automechanika since 2018?
It's incredible, in a positive sense, of course. It's really incredible. You know, my team and me, we have been working for this show for almost 4 years now.
Yes.
And, you know, we have been planning, postponing, realizing. Cool. It's really, and, you know, it's really good feeling when all the work leads to success. The entire industry is here, and that's what it's all about. For me, it's a very, very good feeling to finally have everybody back in Frankfurt, and that's key for me.
Yes. So during the COVID time, so everyone was kind of complaining with dealing with some issues. Okay, you need to work from home, remote work. We have supply issues. Supply is not coming, but for you, it's like a rug pull. Your whole business was not possible.
Well, actually, we were not allowed to run our job and to do our job and to have our profession. We couldn't run events for almost 2 years, and when we could do events, it was with regulations and restrictions.
Yes, and a lot of uncertainty.
And I mean, uncertainty we still have, not in this scale as we had maybe last year or 2 years ago. Yeah. So that was good that we could plan on a more or less secure level, more or less, still uncertainties, but was good. And having now this Automechanika Frankfurt back on stage, having the entire industry here, having visitors coming from all over the world, it's really very satisfying, and it really pays for all the work and the disappointments we had in the past.
Yeah, definitely. How is the mood in the team?
It's incredible good. Everybody's smiling, everybody's happy, and of course this is part of our work, and you know, it is regular business for us. Of course, there are sometimes complaints, as in every job.
Of course, we're still in Germany.
And we have international exhibitors, so it's double important. And but the mood of the team is really good because they are like me and we are like each other. We really love what we're doing. We love to bring people together, and now everybody's here, so that's paying for everything and any complaint, and we can solve the problems, and that's really good.
No, that's great. And to give our community a bit more of an understanding on the whole machinery which is behind it. So how many people are directly and indirectly involved in such a trade show from your side?
So in doing the concept of the show and doing the sales and, you know, dealing with the exhibitors, including me, we are 15 in my team. Another 7 doing the marketing and communication. So that's like the direct team for the Automechanika Frankfurt. And then here in the venue, because we own the venue as Messe Frankfurt, it's our own venue. Of course, there are many departments and many people, many colleagues who are supporting us in running the show, like logistics, traffic, technical services. And there are, I guess, it's just a guess, because maybe another 100 who are supporting us, plus uncounted service partners who really run everything.
Yes, great. So for you, we can do a little resume already, because it's Thursday evening. So what were your highlights this year?
So we have many highlights really, because after pandemic we decided we cannot go on just the same copy paste.
Not back to normal.
We did in the past. Of course, it's important that we provide the platform, that we provide platform for the industry, for the visitors, for the trade, for the distributors. But we couldn't be like one-to-one. So we developed new formats, and we started the fair with a new format which we call CEO Breakfast. That was Tuesday morning before we opened the fair, and we had Mika Häkkinen and Mark Gallagher as keynote
together
speakers.
with ZF.
And that was supported by ZF and also by other companies who were sponsoring this event, like Schaeffler and Continental, Mahle, Bosch. And that was the first impression of the show we had. The official start was at 7 in the morning. I was there 20 minutes before. And when I entered the room, I thought I would be the first person and some organizers around. Yeah. But there were around 70 others already who couldn't wait till 7 o'clock to meet everybody. So that was a real highlight because it was the first physical meeting of the industry, good networking possibility. Another highlight for me was, or is, our special show Innovation for Mobility, where we have panel discussions and information about all new aspects of mobility, starting from batteries, going through e-fuels, mobility solutions in general. So this is like a glance into the future, which I really appreciate. And the third highlight is that we succeeded in being as international as we wanted to be, because that was like a big demand from the industry. And I can tell that as of today, we have visitors from 172 nations, and that's a real huge figure, and I'm really proud of that.
And you mentioned before, because you came here on our booth, a big smile in your face.
Of course.
So, because also it is kind of an uncertainty, as we had a little chat, and you said you don't really know how many people are coming, because you don't necessarily have to buy your tickets in advance. You can do it on your way here.
Correct.
Maybe use the voucher code.
So that's really for us kind of black box. And we've been discussing in the team and with our colleagues already, actually what we really need to know is, how are the flights booked? The trains? We cannot ask for the cars. And what about the hotels? And then we could have kind of idea about what to expect. But this will take some time to find out. And as you said, in the past, we could do like kind of forecast when we saw the sales of our tickets. And nowadays, having a smartphone, and you're just on your way sitting in the train or in the car on the non-driver seat on the back, you just on the way on the escalator, you just buy your ticket online and you just get in.
No, that's really great, and I think I got asked it a lot because I'm responsible for marketing, and they asked me, Christian, do you think we still need trade shows? Do you think we still need trade fairs? And the answer is definitely yes. So, and it's also about the concept. Maybe you don't need a trade show as it was like 50, 60 years ago, but we still need places where the whole industry can come together and can exchange on future topics, or even as we do here, to have like the possibility to create content for your community. And you are also in this content creation. There are many possibilities or many content pieces you recorded and showing to your audience as well.
And that's what I really like, because a trade show like Automechanika is only a good trade show when all three parties are working together. So it's us as organizers. We need to provide, our professional organizing system, and we need to provide certain content. But also, Tech Alliance and other exhibitors need to support and to attract visitors and other participants to be and to come. And that's important, and the visitors need to be interested, need to be open to network, need to be open to talk. And I totally agree with your point of view. I am convinced that we will still need trade shows as a meeting point for the industry, an international meeting point. If they will look like 4 years ago or this year in 10 or 15 years, I do not know. But I'm pretty much convinced that as long as human beings are doing business with each other, there is need for personal encounter. And there is need for exchange of opinions. There is need for something which you can, in my opinion, not have digitally. It is chance. You just walk through the aisles in a show. like Automechanika.
Yeah. And by accident,
suddenly,
you bump into someone you haven't
somebody,
seen him since 5 years ago. And
you bump into a person, or you see a company or a product and think, okay, I never thought about that. Let me see what is it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. No, totally agree. And also when people talk about the digital natives, etc., they still go to trade shows and go to places to meet. So I'm from Cologne. Two of the biggest exhibitions in Cologne are DMExco, marketing exhibition, very digital customer group, or the Gamescom just a couple of weeks ago. I was at the Gamescom. It was full with people, and these are like the nerds. Everyone is displaying them and living in the cellar and not seeing any sunlight. So I guess we totally need these spaces in the future as well.
We do.
So another topic for many was that the eBay e-commerce launch for the first time in that size. So how did that came together?
That was because we had, I have many conversations with the industry, and for me it's always been obvious that e-commerce is part of the aftermarket, but what I learned, it has never been from my perspective, never been on a highly professional level. And so I really got some good connections and found out that eBay has been participant of Automechanika for many years. On the visitor side, I never knew. I never realized that. And we got in touch, and we convinced each other that it's sensible to have a networking lounge, which we introduce now, in order to show the importance of e-commerce and how it works when you run this professionally. Because I guess that there are some companies and some industry members who are running this in a highly professional level, for sure, and there are other ones who don't even realize that their products are traded through eBay or other channels, and they don't have any influence on their branding, on their appearance in the market. And from my perspective, this is important, just to bring professionalism and consciousness about this part to the industry, and that's why we have it.
Yeah, we have a little booth there as well in this booth concept, and I guess you're right. There's a lot of educational content for the people because they're curious. Okay, there's eBay. I know they're selling spare parts on eBay, but how does it work? So I guess it's very good for the community.
And it's also good to see like the value chain in this booth.
From us, so
there's the value chain
we get
the entire.
We get the data standard.
Correct.
And then how does it end up on eBay? And that's very good for everyone to see that again. So to close our little session today, our chat, question I asked all the participants: when we meet again at Automechanika 2030, how will it look? Will we be in the metaverse? Where will we be? And what will be the new innovations? What do you think?
So first of all, I think we will not be in the metaverse, because if it was, then we wouldn't have physical show. As we discussed before, I think we will meet in person in Automechanika 2030. I think we will have even more areas for communication, for personal exchange. We will have less products on display. We will have much more exchange of information, of innovation ideas, of networking possibilities. And I'm not sure how it will look like, because this industry, not automotive, but the trade show industry is also developing, and we need to provide new means for the companies to make themselves visible and to provide their customers with the relevant information.
Definitely.
So I think this will be something that will be seen on a more digital base, but also focusing on the personal encounters. And regarding the topics of the automotive aftermarket, I guess there will be even more focus on digitalization, on data usage, on connection between car, driver, workshop, dealer, industry.
Will eBay occupy the whole hall 4?
I do not think so. I do not think so. There will be competitors, I guess.
No, great. And thank you very much again for taking the time. As I mentioned, we know you're a very busy man these days, but it's good to see you smiling, being happy. I guess everyone I spoke to was happy too. And thanks for hosting this great event.
Thank you very much for having me, and I just can underline what you just said. All the conversations with the exhibitors I had, I got such a positive feedback for this edition. I'm very thankful and thank you for being here, for having me, giving an occasion to talk a little bit, and wishing you and Tech Alliance good success with the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian.